Hello everyone, Counterspell Hater here, back with another EDH guide. Before we get into today's video, I'd like to say, please leave a like and subscribe. Use my link in the description. Help fight against childhood cancer, one cup at a time. 1 on 100, you make a donation, you make a difference. Share this video along with other videos on my channel with other people so that you too can use my link to help out. And so that you can receive guidance from yours truly. Hit the notification bell, that way you don't miss another one of my videos. Thank you to the 84 of you who are currently subscribed. And comment on this video. Make an EDH request, standard deck type request, or content request. Make sure the content you're requesting, of course, has not already been previously requested by someone else and has not already been featured on this channel. And if you don't want to make a request, make a comment anyways. Leave your positive feedback, of course. I like interacting with you guys. Oh yeah, first come, first serve. Whether it's this video or another video, you make the comment, and if it's first, it's first. But I will get to everyone's wishes eventually. That said, let's get into this Commander guide starring Tocasia, Diggs, I Mentor, and also the Brothers War has released to Arena today. So hooray to that. Oh boy, standard is going down. So Tocasia, Diggs, I Mentor. Creatures you control have vigilance and tap surveil 1. Surveil 1. It's been a while since we've seen surveil. To surveil 1, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard, or you put it back on top. Now, normally you'd include this line of text when building the commander, but I completely ignored this part of text right here, and instead just went for a graveyard value deck. So yeah, let's get to it. So we have Thoughtbound Phantasm, great for this deck. 1 drop, 2/2 defender. As we surveil, it gets stronger, and eventually we'll surveil enough, and it'll have enough plus up counters on it that it won't have it'll be able to attack as though it didn't have defender in the first place. Enhanced surveillance. So looking at top 1, we look at the top 3 now whenever we surveil 1. And we can exile enhance our surveillance, enhance surveillance to shuffle our graveyard into our library. Grolnok, the Omnivore, as permanent cards are put into our graveyard from our library, we exile them with croak counters. If we can play lands and cast spells from 1 cards we own and exile with croak counters on them. Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis. This has escape, and it can create us tokens. Golgard Grave Troll has Dredge, and it gets stronger and stronger each time we replay it, and as we get more and more creature cards into our graveyard. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, once again, escape, can gain us life and help us ramp. Skyray Robber, probably not the best because we don't have a bunch of artifacts and instants in here. But if you're running instants and artifacts and sorcery spells, this combined with escape and surveil, this is a high recommendation, of course. But it has to escape nonetheless. Greater Moss Dog, Dredge 3, Golgari Brown Scale, gains us life if we dredge it into our hand. Splinter Fright, power and toughness are each equal to the number of creature cards in our graveyard. Trample, and it mills us for 2 at the beginning of our upkeep. Vengevine can come back from our graveyard, and as soon as we play it, thanks to its haste, we can attack with it and then mill after combat or surveil. Willowgeist, as cards leave our graveyard, this gets stronger and stronger, and then when it eventually dies, we gain life equal to its power. Ghoul Tree can be like a 1-drop 10/10. If we have enough creature cards in our graveyard, Undergrowth Scavenger, 4 mana for a creature that's however big. As long as we have a bunch of creature cards in our graveyard. Hatchery Spider can help us cheat out something pretty big. If we have a bunch of creature cards in our graveyard, Crawl Forgers can help us stay alive. Golgari Raiders can just end someone. Null Bearer, Pallbearer can do the same thing. Desecrated Tomb gives us tokens as creature cards leave our graveyard, which is amazing. Kessig Cage Breakers, high recommendation for this style of deck. Since when it attacks, we create a 2/2 green wolf creature token that's tapped and attacking for each creature card in our graveyard. Altar of Dementia to mill. Turn to Timber Sower and Knight of the Reliquary. Helps us find lands we may need. We can sacrifice creatures to get land cards back from our graveyard into our hand. And whenever one or more land cards are put into our graveyard from anywhere, we create a 0/1 green plant creature token that is able to surveil, thanks to Tocasia, Dig-Side Mental. If we give all that haste, could potentially go infinite. Maybe not infinite, but could do something pretty cool, definitely. Ren and 7 can get all of our permanent cards back into our hand from our graveyard and give us an emblem with we have no maximum hand size. Help us ramp out a bunch, create creature tokens, and put stuff into our graveyard and into our hand at the same time. Torrens, Fist of the Angels, as we cast creature spells, we create creature tokens. Genesis can help us get stuff back from our graveyard if it's in our graveyard. So we surveil this, we're going to want to put it into our graveyard instead of keeping it on top. Cemetery Protector. We trade in one creature card from our graveyard for what may be like a whole bunch of others. Probably will be. Mesmeric Orbs. Since we're tapping our permanents, they're going to become untapped. And when they do, we're going to mill a bunch of cards. God Eternal Ketra. As we cast creature spells, we create 4/4s. Undead Alchemist to go along with it. If a zombie we control would deal combat damage to a player, instead that player mills that many cards. And whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard from his or her library, we exile that card and create a 2/2 Black Summon creature token instead. Well, not instead. It's just what we do. Screaming Swarm can kind of go along with that, because if we attack with one or more creatures, target player mills that many cards, and we can get this back from our graveyard by putting it into our library second from the top. Moldgraph's Millipede gets really strong if we have a bunch of graveyard creature cards in our graveyard. Bellspawn Spider can mill us, and we can sacrifice it and get a whole bunch of 1/1 green insect creature tokens. We create one for each creature card in our graveyard. Zelix Sanity Flare. We mill a bunch of cards. We're going to create a bunch of horror tokens. I don't know if Surveil counts as milling. Might be a rule check thing. But still, this creating us tokens, these two go together well, and this thing can mill players on its own. So Eternal Dragon can get back from our graveyard. Can also plain cycle it to help us find land scavenging moves for life gain and exile cards from our graveyard. Sanctifier of Souls can create us more tokens as we exile cards from our graveyard with it. Cigar Hedron's Grace can do the same thing. Creeping Renaissance has flashback, so we've surveilled that. So those increasing devotion can create us a whole bunch of tokens, especially if we cast it for flashback. Scare Tiller is kind of cool because we surveil. So before the trigger happens, when this becomes tapped, we choose one. We can put a land card from our hand onto the battlefield tapped, or we return target land card from our graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So what we can do is, if we have no lands in our hand, is we can tap the Scare Tiller here to surveil 1. The trigger will happen, but we could have like a land on top, then we'll put that into our graveyard. Then with Scare Tiller's trigger, we'll choose to return target land card from our graveyard to the battlefield tapped. The one we literally just put there, put onto our battlefield. We can also surveil with other creatures before we surveil with scare tiller to get like options. Amara, Soul of the Accord. She becomes tapped. We create a creature token. Surge Spanner can bounce stuff as it becomes tapped. Fellow Sage draws us cards when it becomes tapped. Wake Thrasher gets +1/+1 wherever our opponent we control becomes untapped, which makes it really big. Area Worshippers can create as tokens when it becomes untapped. Arbiter of the Ideal can cheat stuff out when it becomes untapped. Fairies, Band, Raiders. Arbiter of the Ideal, high recommendation, because you can probably surveil at any time. So you tap this before you draw or like before your turn. And you can look and see what it is. And if you look deep enough, you can find what you want or like something that can save you. And if it's not what you want, you can just put into your graveyard. Fairies, Band, Raiders creates as tokens when it becomes untapped if we are able to pay. So is God Favorite General. When it's kites, we can attack with 3 more creatures and then cast the card we exiled with Hideaway. Tocasia's Dig Site for surveilling, and 16 basic plains, 16 basic islands, and 16 basic forests. With that said, that's the end of this commander guide starring Tocasia Dig Site Mentor. Like I said, please like and subscribe. Use my link in the description. It'll bring you here. $100, you make a donation, you make a difference. Fighting childhood cancer one cup at a time. Share this video along with the other videos from my channel with other people so they too can use my link to help other people out by contributing to Alex's Limited Stand Foundation for Childhood Cancer's research to fight against childhood cancer, of course, and possibly cure it permanently in the near future. Hopefully. And so they can to receive guidance from yours truly. Thank you to the 84 of you who are currently subscribed. I encourage all of you watching this video who aren't as of right now to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Like this video while you're at it, make your comment, make an EDH request, standard deck tactic request, arena content request. Speaking of arena, see you on arena because today we now have access to the Brothers' War. Oh yeah. When you're commenting, making EDH requests or something like that, make sure the content you want to see featured on this channel has not already been previously featured on this channel or been requested by someone else for you. And if whether it's this video or another video, if you make the comment and it's first, your request is going to be fulfilled first in chronological order, of course. But I'll get to everyone's request eventually. Hit the notification mode, that way you don't miss another one of my videos. And with that said, I think that's it. See you guys next time.